Sí, ya voy para allá. No, no te apures, yo paso por ti. Most Spanish learners don't know when to use por and when to use para. Are you among them? After learning the trick I'll give you in this video, you won't be anymore. Hola, yo soy Mariana, tu profesora de español y una experta en las preposiciones por y para. Depending on context, these two little words may be translated as either for, by, to, on, through, because of, according to, in order to, in exchange for, etc. Confused? Sé que puede parecer muy difícil, and you would probably never remember any of that in a conversation, but you don't need to. There's actually a really easy trick to use them correctly without having to know the rules behind them. Most native speakers don't, so why should you? By the end of the video, I'll give you a quiz for you to prove to yourself that you can now use por and para correctly. Intrigued? Then let's get started. Since por and para look very similar, Spanish learners tend to make these mistakes. Existen reglas por eso. This is not entirely wrong. Thing is, you're not saying there are rules for that, but there are rules because of that. So the correct version would be, existen reglas para eso. Esta carta es por ella. The correct version would be, esta carta es para ella. Estudié para 3 horas. The correct version would be, estudié por 3 horas. Gracias para el regalo. The correct version would be, gracias por el regalo. So, here's a trick to avoid these mistakes. In a conversation, you'll never be able to remember any rules as to when to use por and when to use para. It's not just you, nobody can. Therefore, you have to start by learning as many examples of por and para as possible by heart in the context of a sentence, in a chunk, a fixed Spanish word combination. For example, in Spanish, we use para to indicate who is the recipient of something, such as a gift or a letter. Este regalo es para ti. Learn this chunk by heart in the context of this sentence. You may do so through a flashcard. On the front, este regalo blank is for you. On the back, este regalo es para ti. Soon, you'll start connecting the concept of giving a present to someone with para ti, and your brain will know how to use it correctly in other similar situations as well, like traje esto para ti. Esta película es para adultos. So imagine you learn these examples by heart using flashcards like we've shown you. And then someone tells you the rule that para is used to indicate a recipient, that is, for someone. It'll be much easier for you to make sense of it all, and you won't even need to think about the rule anymore because you'll be doing it correctly automatically. Cool, right? Of course, 3 examples are not enough to make this work. Therefore, for the rest of the video, I will give you tons of example sentences like this for you to learn chunks with por and para by heart. By the way, we've created flashcards with all the examples in this video and all our other videos, that's over 100 videos already, for our Spring Spanish Inner Circle members. It's the best way to learn all these chunks and to make the most out of our daily Spanish videos. If you would like to try out membership, click on the link in the description to get more info. Para is used to indicate the date and or the time when something is due. So, your boss or your teacher might tell you, necesito el reporte para el viernes. De tarea para mañana, lean hasta la página 20. Era para ayer. This is something translators say because everything is urgent almost always. So much so that we say this sarcastically to indicate that a translation is due even before it's been requested. Spanish speakers also use para to talk about things they want to achieve. Trabajo para costear mis viajes. Tomo café para despertar. Estoy aprendiendo español para. Complete this sentence in the comments below. And if you want to keep learning Spanish with lessons like this one, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We publish 5 new lessons every week from Monday to Friday for free. So hit the bell button as well to get a notification every time a new lesson is up. Para is the equivalent of according to or for when someone's giving an opinion about something. Para mí, el alemán es la lengua más bonita del mundo. Para mi mamá, mi hermano es el hombre más guapo del mundo. Lastly, para is also used to indicate the place one is going to on a trip, a drive, or a stroll. Mañana salimos para Durango. Voy para allá. Native speakers use por to indicate why something was done or is taking place. Emma Thompson ganó el Oscar por su talento. Me duelen las manos por tanto trabajar. Fun fact, si algún día vienes a México, you'll hear por mis huevos very often. Chunk alert. Por mis huevos is another example of a chunk you can't translate literally into English. The literal translation would be because of my eggs, lo cual no tiene ningún sentido. What Mexicans mean when they say this is because I say so. When you exchange something for something else, you need por. Children say this very often in the playground. Te cambio tu sándwich por mi manzana. Similarly, business people usually say, te doy 40 millones por tus acciones en la empresa. I could use 40 million, but I have no shares. Lastly, por is used to indicate how something or someone travels. Viajamos por carretera a Durango. So, por carretera is another chunk. Te mando la tarea por correo. Pasé por tu casa anoche. Ok, llegó el momento to practice and to test the skills you've acquired so far. Try to fill in the blank. Esta película es para adultos. Emma Thompson ganó el Oscar por su talento. Era para ayer. Te cambio tu sándwich por mi manzana. Tomo café para despertar. Te mando la tarea por correo. Mi hermano es el hombre más guapo del mundo. Para mi mamá. How many did you get right? Let me know in the comments. Next up is my video about the difference between desde and hace, another pair that might cause a headache or two. But you guessed it, that headache can go away with chunks too. So click on the image that will appear here and I will see you there. Thanks for watching and nos vemos.